Some songs don't just become hits, they become parts of a country's soul. In Russia, there is one song almost everyone knows, even if they don't know who wrote it. Today, we are talking the story of the man behind this song and why his name deserves to be remembered. Evgeny Grigory, known by his stage name Zheka, was born on October 14, 1966, in the industrial city of Kurgan, deep in the Ural region of Russia, far from Moscow, far from fame, but already full of music. As a child, he studied at a music school, learning the domra, a traditional Russian plucked instrument. It gave him discipline and an ear for melody. But by his teens, the world was changing. Rock and roll was sneaking into Soviet apartment on bootleg tapes. At 15, Yevgeny taught himself guitar. He started writing his own song. He joined an amateur rock band as a drummer. The 1990s hit Russia like a storm. The Soviet Union had collapsed, survival was the priority. Yevgeny became an entrepreneur. He opened a bar restaurant in Kurgan, and more important, he built his own recording studio. This wasn't just a business decision, it was a creative laboratory, and in the studio in 1995 he wrote a song that would change his life. The song was called "Рюмка водки на столе", a glass of vodka on the table. Simple words and haunting melody, a feeling everyone in Russia recognized. In 1999, the Russian singer Grigory Lev heard it and wanted it badly. Zheka originally asked for $500, they settled on $300. $300 for a song that became a national anthem of an era? The song's success proved something. Zheka would write hits at a national level. In 2001, he packed up and moved to Moscow to launch his solo career. 2 years later, in 2003, he released his debut album, Susny Kadri, Kings and Catters. It was immediately recognized by the professional community with a diploma from Radio Petrograd. A new voice had arrived. Russian chanson, this genre has a complicated reputation. For decades it was dismissed as prison song, raw, rough, underground. Zheka helped transform it into something else, something lyrical, philosophical, human. His song spoke about ordinary life, rose, loss, love, vodka, friendship, and people listened, really listened. The award followed multiple wins at Chanson God. The Chanson of the Year was by listeners the most honest measure of popularity, wins in 205, 214, 213, 221, 222. Radio War from Pirate FM and start of Road Radio. He sold war everywhere, on the radio, in film, in TV series. Montana, 8 per day, Highway Trucker 3. He was no longer from Kurgan, he was from everywhere. Beyond his own career, Zheka became a sought-after songwriter. Artists like Alexandra Dymin, Tatiana Tanishkaya, and Sergei Lubanev all recorded his song. He produced albums for others. He formed the group Formasty in 2005, a true craftsman of the genre, not just a performer, but an architect of Russian popular music. Every great story has its shadow. Zheka's life was not real pain. He was married twice. His second wife, Elizaveta, passed away in July 2023. It was a devastating loss, but grief for an artist sometimes transforms. In August 2025, he released a new album, «За всё тебя благодарю». Thank you for everything. A tribute, a continuation. Today, Evgeny Grigory is still writing, still performing. His 2025 concert schedule is full. Moscow, St. Petersburg, sold out venues, near 60 years old, and he still fills a room with the same raw honesty he carried out of Kurgan decades ago. Zheka's story is about what happened when talent met honesty when a man from an industry Siberia city decided his words are worth something. He sold one son for $300 and built a legacy worth for more. That's the power of a real song, and that's the story of Zheka. Thank you for listening.